Good morning students. Today we are starting with plasma display. A plasma display panel is a type of flat panel display that uses small cells containing plasma, ionized gas that responds to electric fields. Plasma TVs were the first large over 32-inch diagonal flat panel displays to be released to the public. Basic of TV is CRT. It has been in the technology in the market for the last 75 years. Since 1940 it has been there in the market. But before, there are a lot of disadvantages of CRT. The display lacks in clarity and size of screen is huge. They become bulkier in size and increase in screen width as the length of the tube has to be increased accordingly. Then it comes plasma TV, then comes LCD TV, then comes LED TV or OLED TV, and after that it's an era of plasma TV. Let us understand what is plasma. Plasma is referred to the element of fluorescent light. It is actually a gas including ions and electrons. Under normal conditions, the gas has only uncharged particles. That is, the number of positive charged particles will be equal to number of negative charged particles. This gives the gas a balanced position. Suppose we apply a voltage onto the gas, the number of electrons increases and causes an unbalance. These free electrons hit the atoms, knocking loose other electrons. Thus, with the missing electron, the component gets a more positive charge and so becomes an ion. In plasma, photons of energy are released if an electric current is allowed to pass through it. Both the electrons and ions get attracted to each other, causing intercollision. This collision causes the energy to be produced. Plasma displays mostly make use of xenon and neon atoms. When the energy is liberated during collision, light is produced by them. These light photons are mostly ultraviolet in nature. Though they are not visible to us, they play a very important factor in exciting the photons that are visible to us. In an ordinary TV, high beams of electrons are shot from an electron gun. These electrons hit the screen and cause the pixels to light up. A TV has three types of composite pixel colors, which are distributed throughout the screen in the same manner. They are red, green, and blue. These colors, when mixed in different proportions, can form the other colors. Thus, the TV produces all the colors needed. A plasma display consists of fluorescent lights which causes the formation of an image on screen. Like a CRT TV, each pixel has the three composite fluorescent color lights. These fluorescent lights are illuminated and different colors are formed by combining the composite colors. The first ever plasma display was made in the year 1964 by the graduate student Robert Wilson for the Plato computer system, Donald Bidger and H. Gene Slaughter from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Larry F. Weber, a student from the same university, was able to make an energy recovery sustained circuit for the plasma TV, which has been included in plasma displays even now. This technology was then further developed by many people and multinational companies started to economize it by the early 80s. In the year 1983, IBM began selling a 19-inch orange on black monochrome display. But they stopped its production permanently as the product had a very tough competition with monochrome LCDs. The plasma displays in this period could not be used as TVs as they did not have TV tuners. They were only used to display a standard video signal. Now all the plasma TVs have their own digital TV tuners. The first color plasma display was introduced in the year 1992 by the Fujitsu company. The company later released a 42-inch plasma TV in the year 1997 which had a high resolution of 852 by 480. This technology began to overrule the CRT revolution for the coming years. Later, after the invention of LCD TV, the demand for plasma TV became lesser as the same configuration for a lesser price is available. The sale of plasma TV became lesser. Now let us understand working principle of the plasma display as given in this particular figure. This particular figure contains the layers such as front plate gate glass, then there will be dielectric layer, then there will be a display electrodes inside the dielectric layer. It is that display electrodes are placed between magnesium oxide coating. Then after that there will be a phosphor screen coating on, and it is also called pixels. Then there will be again a address electrodes which is placed in between dielectric layers, and lastly there will be rear plate glass. Two plates of glass are taken between which millions of tiny cells containing gases like xenon and neon are filled. Electrodes are also placed inside the glass plates in such a way that they are positioned in front and behind each cell. The rear glass plate has with it the address electrodes in such a position that they sit behind the cells. The front glass plate has with it the transparent display electrodes which are surrounded on all sides by a magnesium oxide layer and also a dielectric material. They are kept in front of the cell. As told earlier, when a voltage is applied, the electrodes get charged and cause the ionization of the gas resulting in plasma. They also include collision between the ions and electrons resulting in the emission of photon light. The state of ionization varies in accordance to color plasma and monochrome plasma. For the latter, a low voltage is applied between the electrodes to obtain color plasma. The back of each cell has to be coated and phosphor. When the photon light is emitted, they are ultraviolet in nature. These ultraviolet rays react with phosphor to give a colored light. The working of pixels has been explained earlier, which pixel has three composite colored subpixels. When they are mixed proportionally, the correct color is obtained. There are thousands of colors depending upon the brightness and contrast of each. This brightness is controlled with the pulse width modulation techniques. With this technique, it controls the pulse of the current that flows through all the cells at a rate of thousands of times per second. Let us see what are the advantages of plasma. Plasma TVs have more pixels per inch than CRT screens, so they can produce a much sharper image. Second advantage is space saving. The problem with old cathode ray tubes is that they needed a lot of space. The average plasma TV is around 6 to 8 inch deep. Plasma onto the wall can really increase the amount of floor space, and they can be looked at from almost any point in the room. Third advantage is lightweight. Plasma screens are also very light. A 40-inch plasma TV will weigh from 23 to 36 kg, and with a suitable bracket they can be hung very easily to a suitable wall. Most brackets can be tilted if you want to view from a different angle. Fourth advantage, plasma TVs can display up to 16 million colors. So not only are they great for watching TV programs, they also make a good screen for the latest computer program games. Consoles. Most plasma TVs have inputs for HDMI and laptop computers connections, making them ideal to use to display products and sales messages in offices and shops. Fifth advantage, it is also find out that they are very easy to watch even on a sunny day or a very bright room. Disadvantages, because of the phosphor technology in plasma TVs, it is possible for traces of an image to be burned into the display, meaning can see the little traces of it even while watching other images. So burning is very crucial point over here. Though plasma TVs are much brighter than rear projection TV, direct view and LCD TVs are often brighter still. Latest generation plasma TVs have improved on brightness, but a warning is do not view where it is too bright or sunny. Third disadvantage, although plasma TVs are much lighter and thinner than direct view and rear projection TVs, an LCD TV can be even more lighter and slim. We will see next point XY plotters in the next lecture. Thank you.